Time now for everybody's favorite guessing game, What's My Line? Brought to you by New Stopette, America's leading spray deodorant. The lotion spray deodorant that's like balm to your skin. Poof! There goes perspiration. Now let's all play What's My Line?
Now let's meet our award-winning What's My Line panel. First, the delightful star of stage and television, Miss Arlene Francis.
And on my left, a brilliant wit and humorist and doll, Fred Allen.
Thank you, Arlene. Say, John, before we get started, I think there's something that we should settle once and for all. I have a letter here from a lawyer in Buffalo. This gentleman is a Buffalo lawyer. And it says, Dear sir, at the opening of each Sunday's seance, each panelist opens with the words, on my left. Now, physically, I wouldn't mind having any of the female members on my left arm, but I am wondering if it shouldn't be at my left in this connection. Very truly yours, Matthew X. Wagner. Now, should it be on my left or at my left?
This is a very serious decision to make, and I think we ought to have a little prior consultation before I answer you directly.
You have to look it up.
Well, since I've heard from my lawyer, my Buffalo lawyer, he also handles people, too, I will say at my left, rather, is Miss Mary Healy.
And on my left, at my left, is a man who gives great parties. We went to one last night, and Peter and I decided that you should no longer be a panelist, that you should be an entertainer after your performance. This is Bennett, Cerf.
You're a charming faker, but I thought you and Peter were wonderful on Ed Morrow's show the other night.
Thank you, Bennett. Thank you.
And at my left is not only a great news analyst and panel moderator, but a past master and a present master of obfuscation, Mr. John Charles Daly.
Thank you, Mr. Cerf. And good evening, ladies and gentlemen. Nobody's at, near, or on me, so we'll welcome you to What's My Line. And I think we're going to have a little trouble with the panel tonight. But in turn, we'll try to give the panel some trouble tonight with some very interesting occupations and some very nice people who've brought the occupations with them. A little later on, we'll have a famous guest challenger, but let's let these experts of ours, who are throwing so much English about at us tonight, meet the first challenger. Would you sign in, please, sir? William Draper. Is that right, sir?
That's correct.
And a very firm and bold hand. Where are you from, sir?
Cuyahoga Falls, Ohio.
Cuyahoga?
That's right.
Cuyahoga Falls, Ohio.
That's correct.
Well, it's nice to have you here with us, and it's our custom to let the panel have a small time, a small chance, as it were, to know you a little bit better before they have to start asking questions. So would you take a hike down in front of the panel for me?
What city is that near, Mr.
Near Akron.
Near Akron?
Yes, sir.
How do you do?
Has Bennett lectured at your town, Cuyahoga Falls? Haven't you lectured there? You must
Get there next year.
All right, Mr. Draper, if you will, sir, over here and sit down next to me. And it is our custom now to let the folks at home and those who are here in the theater with us know immediately what your line is, and then we'll let the panel see what they can work out along this line, as it were. Mr. Draper, do you know how we score this operation?
I have a good idea.
You have a good idea. Well, let's see if we can flip a few cards then. I will just announce that you're salaried, and we'll begin the general questioning with Miss Arlene Francis.
Mr. Draper, are you by any chance a professional man?
I am.
You have letters after your name?
I have not.
No, actually, I would say there that with Mr. Draper's permission, I was going to intercede earlier that we have a general classification when we use the word professional man, which might have misled Miss Francis, and so we would give you a When you said, are you a professional man, we'd have given you the no then.
I see. Thanks, Lowe.
1 down and 9 to go, Mr. Allen.
Do you deal in services, Mr. Draper?
Would you say again?
I rarely repeat, but I will in this
All right,
extent.
fine.
I never have a chance to repeat. I'm always knocked off before I can repeat anything. Do you deal in services?
I do.
Are these services available for men and women?
They are.
Do the people come to you for these services?
Yes, they do.
There was a little time wasted on making up your mind there. Do you perform these services in an office?
No, I don't.
That's
Have
2
no-
down and 8 to go, Miss
No
Healy.
office, eh? Well, that's too bad.
Do you perform these services on the ground?
No.
Underground? No.
On the ground.
Oh, on the ground. 3 down and 7 to go, Mr. Cerf.
Mr. Draper, have you got anything to do then with the aviation industry?
I have.
That's what I thought.
Would it be possible that you are employed by the United States government?
It is.
Do you sometimes wear a uniform?
I do.
Are you a commissioned officer
I am.
in aviation?
That's correct.
Are you stationed anywhere near Cuyahoga Falls?
No.
4 down and 6 to go, Miss Francis. Now, actually, you have determined
you
a
had
great
it.
deal. You
Well,
have
you
determined
want some more,
that,
don't you?
yes, that Mr. Draper is a commissioned officer and in the aviation area, but there's a special classification for you to go after here.
Well, if you're off the ground, I presume that there must be some piloting to do with your work. Is there, Mr. Draper or Lieutenant Draper?
There is.
How do you know he's a lieutenant?
I don't know that he's a lieutenant. I just threw that out.
Would you like to ask that question
No, I'm not taking
specifically?
any chances with you anymore. Are you a special kind of pilot, Mr. Draper? Do you pilot a special type plane? Is that it?
Well, I will say that there is a special classification in a way, although it would not necessarily be within the framework or term of reference that applies to Air Force classifications of pilots. There is a special identification which is unique to Mr. Draper, yes.
I don't remember my question now. Well, are you perhaps, are you associated with jet planes in any way?
I'm not.
No, that would make it 5 down and 5
I'm
to
relieved.
go. Mr.
Are
Allen.
you active as a pilot as of now?
I am?
And you're not in jet work?
No, I'm not.
Are you involved in any atomic fandangling that's currently going on?
Not primarily.
Not primarily.
6 down and 4 to go, Miss Healy.
Is this this plane that you navigate? No, you don't navigate. Are you a pilot?
I'm a pilot.
Would this happen to be a special type of plane?
Well, it's a special type of plane without particularly having reference to its scientific or technical
Mary, you
classification
should know
as a
better
plane.
by
you see?
now. It's your second week.
What?
What?
No. No. Well, I think perhaps it might be a plane that has the propeller on the top.
Helicopter?
A helicopter?
Helicopter.
Oh, that's fine. That's no. That's fine.
I
7 down and 3 to go, Mr.
Draper,
Cerf.
would you possibly be the pilot of a very important person in the United States government?
I am?
The most important person?
I consider so.
You President Eisenhower's
I am.
pilot?
That's right. And just to make Arlene feel a little bit better, I would like you to meet Colonel William Draper of Cuyahoga Falls. Yes, Fred.
That should make him feel better, I think.
I was going to say, where's the golf bag?
Now, actually, I would like to ask one question, if I can ask this and get an answer without invading discretion in your area, sir. How is the president as a flyer? I know he's always had great interest in aviation, always. Does he come up in the cockpit and handle the controls once in a while, for instance?
Occasionally, yes. And I'll just say that he's a wonderful passenger.
He's a wonderful
Very wonderful
passenger?
passenger, yes, sir.
Well, he's a very wonderful man, we can put it that way. And thanks very much, sir, for being our guest. Nice to have you here. Well, very good start, panel. Let's see what you can do now with the second challenger. This time we may trip you up. Will you come in and sign in, please, ma'am? Grace Grace Bryce. Is that right? And is it Miss or Mrs.?
Mrs.
Mrs. Bryce, and where are you from? Miss?
Mrs. Bryce.
Mrs. Bryce. And where are you from, Mrs. Bryce?
Sherman, Texas.
Sherman, Texas. Well, nice to have somebody from Texas with us. It's been raining down that way. Is that your part of the country where all
That's
the rains
right.
have been? But you wanted the rain, but not that much all at once. Is
That's
that the
right.
idea? Well, let's put a little sunshine in the lives of our four friends over there. Will you take a small hike down there so that they can get a better look at you, please?
Oh, Miss Bryce, West Texas, East Texas.
One southerner to another. I'm from Louisiana.
I'm from no place, Miss Bryce.
All right, Mrs. Bryce, over here and sit down next to me, if you will. And the first job that we'll do is to let the folks at home and those who are here in the theater with us know what your line is before we let the panel try to find out what it is by a certain amount of judicious questioning. All right, Mrs. Bryce, you know how we score this operation, do you?
Yes, I
Fine.
do.
Then with no more ado, we'll announce that you're self-employed and begin the general questioning with Bennett, Cerf.
Well, Mrs. Bryce, you know the mayor of Fort Worth is sitting right down in the front row tonight. Did you know that?
No, I didn't know
Is
that.
Sherman anywhere near Fort Worth?
About 65 miles or 70.
Should give him a no answer for that.
In Texas, that's next door.
That's next door in
That's
Texas.
right.
Is there a product involved with what you do?
Yes, it is.
Is it a useful product?
Yes, it is.
Is it a product that is used by both men and women?
Yes.
Is it an economic product, something that they can obtain for reasonable amount of money? Now, in Texas, that may not mean the same thing as it does up here. I mean, that means less than $1 million.
That's right.
Is it a household product?
Yes, it is.
Is it used inside the house?
That's right.
Is it used in any special part of the house?
No.
Well, now, small conference.
It could be used
That's a big conference for Texas, I guess.
I think Mrs. Bryce agrees with me that since you put the question as you did, we would be unfair to give you a flat no, so we will give you a qualified yes.
In other words, Mrs. Bryce, it's used usually in one part of the house.
Well,
More
it's used-
often than other times in one part of
Yes,
the house.
its use is restricted in general to, let us say, some area of the house rather than another area.
Would that room where it is generally used be the kitchen?
Yes.
Is your product edible?
Yes.
Is it edible by men and women?
Yes.
Is it vegetable?
Yes.
Good. I can't get off of this. Is it something that grows in Texas?
Yes.
Can't eat oil, can you? Is it got anything to do with the alfalfa family?
No.
No. One out and nine to go, Miss Francis.
If it were served at dinner, could it be served at dinner to begin with?
Yes.
Yes. Would it be considered in the dessert family at all?
No.
Ooh. 2 down and 8 to go, Mr. Allen.
Can you eat it with butter?
Can you eat it with butter?
Yes.
I suppose you can eat it with butter, yes. But rather than revolt the whole civilized world, we'll say you shouldn't and give you a no. 3 down and 7 to go, Miss Healy.
Is it, am I right in assuming that this is particularly eaten in the South more than anywhere else?
No.
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 4 down and 6 to go, Mr. Cerf.
Is this usually served hot?
No.
5 down and 5 to go, Miss Francis.
May I ask if this is more an accessory to a meal than the main course? Would it be in the condiment family? I mean, like pickles or piccalilli, that sort of thing.
Yes, I think we could
Yes,
describe it as being in
I
the
think
condiment
so,
family, yeah.
Well, if you wouldn't eat butter on it, you wouldn't eat butter on pickles.
You
Unless they were
certainly
bread and
wouldn't.
butter pickles, of course. Well, is it some kind of relish? Would we relish it? A conference difference for a relish. What do they put in them in Texas?
We are willing to admit that this might be generally described as being in the relish area, and we rather relish that reply.
Well, you mean I have to get away from what we think of as pickles and piccalilli? It isn't quite that. That's what you're saying?
Well, if you want to ask the question, is it pickles, we'd be happy to have you ask the question.
I asked you if it was in the pickles or piccalilli family, and you said yes.
No, we haven't had that specific question from you yet. Would you like to ask that question?
No. I guess I got the no out first that time. Oh, well, I'll move away from him. Is it horseradish?
No. 6 down and 4 to go, Mr. Allen.
Well, is it pickles?
Yes! Oh, my. Now, actually, all you have to do now, Mr. Allen, is tell us what relation Mrs. Bryce has to pickles.
She's a pickle packer?
No.
No.
7 down and 3 to go, Miss Healy.
She grows pickles?
8 down and 2 to go, Mr. Cerf.
She bottles pickles.
Well, I think we might have to agree to that, wouldn't we? You do bottle pickles.
That's
'Cause
right.
Actually, Mrs. Bryce owns a pickle factory, and they do bottle pickles. Thank you very much. You had a lovely time. Hope you... Good to see you. And let the mayor of Fort Worth note that Texas distinguished itself before this panel tonight. We'll meet tonight's mystery guest in just... Now we come to the special feature of our program, the appearance of our mystery celebrity, for which my friends on the panel, as always, are blindfolded. Are the blindfolds all in place, panel?
Yes, Mr.
Good.
Healy.
Will you come in, mystery challenger, and sign in, please? All right, panel, as you know, in the case of our mystery challenger, we get right down to the general questioning, and under the new rules, you ask one question at a time in turn, and we move clockwise. We will begin the questioning with Miss Healy.
Are you in the entertainment business?
Yeah.
Mr. Cerf?
Would that entertainment ever include the moving picture world?
Yeah.
Are you a leading man?
Yeah.
A low one.
Are you Peter Lind Hayes?
No.
1 down and 9 to go, Miss
Are
Healy.
you any one of them?
Are you, particularly... I heard a lot of whistles. I thought for a while it might be a girl, but... are you particularly appealing to the Bobby Soxers?
Well, to save our guest some embarrassment, I will say that it is my understanding that he holds very high estate among the Bobby Soxers, yes. But he has a very large company beyond and above the Bobby Soxers in his trade.
Well,
My turn.
yes. I wondered what happened.
Are you in New York on business?
Yeah.
Are you are you in a picture that is playing now, presently?
Yeah.
Are you Van Johnson?
Yes.
I'm just going for getting the names after this. I'm not fooling.
Well, as you all know, we had Van with us once before, and it was one of those unhappy occasions when advance notice of his appearance on the show crept out, and he just came out, and we had to say, well, here he is, and it's nice to see him, but we couldn't have any guesswork on it. Tonight, it looks like with this Allen around,
Well, I saw Van playing tennis with James Mason 2 months ago, and that's how it clicked in my mind.
He's fooling around Central
In
Park
Beverly
now,
Hills.
aren't you, Van?
Yeah.
You still got those red socks on?
Oh,
You know, Bennett, that's why I didn't go to your house for the weekend, don't you?
Is that it?
How was I going to get out of the house to do What's My Line without letting you know?
You mean you missed the party last night because of this?
Yeah.
And that Fred Allen, you know, really, not, you shouldn't do that.
Well, I sleep in Central Park, and I know that Van's been making a picture up there.
Which bench? I didn't know we were neighbors.
Well, next to Bonnie Baruch, number 2.
What is the picture you're shooting now, Ben?
Thank you. I was supposed to get that plug in for Warner Brothers, a picture called Miracle in the Rain with Jane Wyman and Eileen Heckett. By Ben Hecht.
And what's it called?
Miracle in the Rain.
I thought we'd give you 2 for Warner
I'll
Brothers
send-
because there are 2 brothers.
I'll send
But
you
the only thing I've
book,
seen so far is pictures of Van in Central Park with the sun shining. What are you going to have to do? Wait for the rain to come?
That's the miracle. That comes next week.
That comes next week. Guarantee you might even get it this week, sir. But it was, I must say, some sunshine for us that you came to be our
Thank you
guest.
very much,
Thanks
John.
very much, Van. Wonderful to see you. And will you say good night to the panel? All right, panel, you were almost brilliant tonight, but perhaps we can trip you up yet. Let me get back to ground zero here and then ask another challenger to sign in, please. Ramona? Ramona Detmeyer, is that right?
Dietermeyer.
Dietermeyer. Nice to know you, ma'am. Is it Miss or Mrs.?
Mrs.
It's Mrs.
Yes.
Mrs. Dietermeyer. Well, we have so little time left, I'd ask you to look at the panel.
No,
And I think that's more than I should have asked you. Now come with me, please, and we will dispense with the walk down and save that time. And all we'll do right now is follow custom and let the folks at home and those here in the theater know what your line is, but then see if the panel can work it out the hard way, all right? And you know how we...
Maybe on purpose to tell us where Mrs. Dietermeyer comes from.
Oh, we'd be glad to let you know. Where does Mrs. Dietermeyer come from?
From Lincoln, Nebraska.
From Lincoln, Nebraska. And you know how we score this, Mrs. Dietermeyer?
Yes, I do.
Good. Then we will just announce that you are salaried, and since Fred Allen is so sharp tonight, let him start the general question.
Sharp around the head, John. Do you, Miss Dietermeyer, do you deal in services, do you?
Yes, I do.
Well, you are very attractive, if you don't mind my saying so.
Thank you, Fred.
Would good looks have anything to do to enable a girl to sort of get in the profession in which you are in?
Yes.
Looks
No, I would say they help, Fred.
Looks are helpful.
No, but this is to presume, that appearance always plays a part in acquiring any particular place or position. You know.
John, if you ever have to eat your words, you'll be at them all day long. That'll be the longest meal in history. Well, tell me, if looks are important, do you deal with the opposite sex?
Yes.
Do you deal with them singly rather than in groups?
Small conference.
Well, like a manicurist. I mean,
We have had an earnest conference, and the question was deal singly, and we would have to say there, no. So
No.
that's one down and 9 to go, Miss Healy.
You deal with men and ladies. In this service that you perform, do you wear a uniform? No.
2 down and 8 to go, Mr. Cerf.
Mrs. Dietermeyer, besides looking like Sonia Healy, which you do, you know,
Thank
you also look like a lot of lovely ladies I've seen in and around the aviation industry. Have you anything whatever to do with that?
you. No.
3 down and 7 to go, Miss Francis.
Do you speak in your job? I don't mean just yes or no. I mean, do you stand before people and speak?
You mean appearing before audiences, in effect?
Yes, not big ones, small ones.
Small audiences, of 10 or 15 people, perhaps.
John, you've got to...
Let's just give her a no anyway, shall we? All right, 4 down and 6 to go, Mr. Allen.
now, where you work in the place, I assume. Is there food and drink served in the place where you work?
Yeah.
Is there?
Yeah.
Well, after a hard day at the office, would a fellow be inclined to stop in at your place for a little drink?
I wish we had more time, Fred. The answer to that would be yes. Mrs. Dietermeyer gets the full prize because we've run out of time, and we've done something we wanted to do for a long time. Mrs. Dietermeyer is a housewife. In fact, she is Mrs. America of 1955. And she is 56. I'm sorry. And she has a lovely family. And she serves food and drink to a lovely family. How many youngsters altogether?
5, John.
5 children. You see, isn't that wonderful? And we're so happy that you made it here because we had a little airplane trouble, and she just flew in. Thanks very much for being
Thank
our
you,
guest
John.
on
It
What's
was
My
my
Life.
pleasure.
Nice to have you. And we'll be back in... Now, as you all know, Dorothy Kilgallen is in Europe on vacation. We have missed her, but she'll be here next week. And so tonight, for the last time, I guess, because we'll be changing positions again, this is John Daly saying good night, Miss Arlene.
Thank you, John. Good night. Good night, Van Allen.
Thank you, Arlene. Good night, Mary.
Good
Godspeed to New Rochelle.
Thank you, and good night, Bennett. I'll miss you all.
We'll miss you.
We'll miss you. We're glad to have Dorothy back. We're going to miss you. Good night, John.
And good night, ladies and gentlemen. Thanks for being with us on What's My Line?
Transportation for What's My Line is arranged through American Airlines, America's leading airline, serving 77 major cities throughout the United States.